What's the deal, baby? I'm back to back. It's the big boss dog, K Poe, through the door here to talk this boxing. So we talk about Oscar Valdes versus Berchelt. And we're going to bring in the other guys at 130 who I want to see him fight. First and foremost, big win for Oscar Valdes. I actually picked him to beat Berchelt. I thought, and here's the reason why I picked Valdez to beat Berchelt. Berchelt jumps in on his punches. He does not put punches together. It's just he's not technically sound. You know what I mean? And when you're fighting, lower level competition, you can get away with that stuff. But as you get to the elite competition and you're a champion and you fighting other guys who are elite or on that level, you gotta. That's when the technical stuff comes in. That's where, those times where you working with your coach on setting up punches and stuff like that, and you think it's boring, the boring stuff, that's when it comes into play when you get on that elite level. You get what I mean? Those times where you shadow boxing, you working slow, working on technique, feet work, things like that. Those things come into play. I don't see that from Berchelt. I mean, I just see him crushing the heavy bag, but it's like, why? I don't know. So I didn't see Boogeyman when I saw Berchelt. So I knew Valdez was going to beat him. So great win for Valdez. I mean, ever since he got with Canelo's trainer, Eddie Reynoso, who focuses on defense and being disciplined, staying disciplined, and, throwing accurate punches, I knew he was going to get better. You know what I mean? I knew it. And just how he was training. I mean, when you watch Oscar Valdes training, with Eddie Reynoso, he drills stuff. You know what I mean? That's another thing I like about Eddie Reynoso. He'll drill certain workouts. I mean, certain combinations. Like, for example, they'll throw a 1-2, left hook to the body. Jab, right cross, left hook to the body. Or he may throw a jab, left hook to push you into the straight right. You get what I mean? So, and they drill stuff like that. So, it's the boring stuff, that makes you a great fighter. You know what I mean? We can do all the fun stuff all day, but we don't, we hitting the bag hard and we hitting the bag fast. But when you actually focus on the technique, that's what they work on. So, great win for Valdez. Now, Shakur Stevenson says he wants to fight Oscar Valdes. And I'm seeing a lot of people in the comment section talk about Shakur Stevenson hasn't fought anybody and he doesn't deserve a matchup with Oscar Valdes. And I got an issue with that because with black fighters, they always try to point out, oh, he hasn't fought anybody. They always do that with black fighters. But when you have European fighters and Mexican fighters who haven't fought nobody, and it's their time to move up, or they're number one mandatory for, another guy who's non-African American, or he may be African American, and there's a champion, nobody says, oh, he hasn't fought anybody. It's like, oh, it's his time, he deserves a chance, and blah, blah, blah. But when it pertains to a black fighter who is not a champion, and it's his time to earn a right to fight for a belt, oh, he hasn't fought anybody. And I look at that as an excuse. I do, I'm sorry. Because, and then, I'm seeing certain people say, oh, Oscar Valdes will knock out Shakur Stevenson. Okay, so you say he hasn't fought anybody. You says he's going to get knocked out as if the fight is going to be easy. So you should make the fight then. Make the fight. Oscar Valdes get an easy win, right? Get an easy win, knock him out, boom, it's done. You know what I mean? So, but I think they know that Shakur Stevenson is real. I think they know that Shakur Stevenson is going to be a problem. It's going to be a tough fight. Oscar Valdes versus Shakur Stevenson is going to be a tough fight. It's going to be chess. You know what I mean? Shakur Stevenson does things well too. Shakur Stevenson manages distance very well. He has great feet work. He's quick, great reflexes. works his jab. He invests to the body. You know what I mean? A lot of his combinations is to the body, then he comes back up top. Like, you got to understand, this dude is not, he ain't no slouch, bro. How y'all trying to make him out to be, because he's not fighting elite fighters. And then, honestly, he's on top rank. What black fighter on top rank has gotten the opportunity to fight elite fights? Don't worry, I'll wait. Well, there's names. Bob Arum don't want to pay nobody, man. You know what I mean? He don't want to pay nobody. He don't want to promote nobody. And one of his workers that's on top rank said that black fighters, they basically don't try to help them. They don't put certain fighters in there with the black fighters, especially guys that they own, guys that are under their banner. They do not put them in there with black fighters. So you think they are going to put Oscar Valdes in there with Shakur Stevenson? I don't think so. They're going to make Oscar Valdes fight a European fighter, another Mexican, you know, or he may have him fight a black fighter that's not known and is an easy win. But they're not going to put him in there with Shakur Stevenson. They're not. Because they know there's a big chance Valdez could lose. Now, there's a big chance Shakur Stevenson could lose. But I'm telling you, they're not going to put him in there with Shakur Stevenson. Now, we could wish all we want to. You know, I would love to see Oscar Valdes in there with Tank. I would love that. But that ain't going to happen either. Because Bob Arum and Floyd Mayweather don't like each other. And Bob Arum don't want to put his fighter in there with no black fighter. I'm telling you. He's not going to do it. He's not going to do it. Now, I mean, it could if Valdez was a bigger name, then yeah. But not too many people here in America know, I mean, but besides like the real boxing fans, not too many people know about Oscar Valdes. Like people know about Tank. You got people who don't watch boxing, they know who Tank Davis is. You know what I mean? My daughters are 8 years old, 6-year-old, and they know who Tank Davis is. You know what I mean? It's just what it is. You know? So, I wish the politics and boxing wouldn't get in the way, but that's what we're dealing with in this climate. That's what we're dealing with in boxing today. Especially with Top Rank. So, we shall see, man. We shall see, you know, if Bob Arum really gonna make a move. I doubt it. I doubt this man is gonna do that. I hope I'm wrong. I hope that Bob Arum say, you know what, Shakur Stevenson, get in there with Valdez. Or, hey, Floyd, tell Tank, what's up? It's not gonna happen. So, if you disagree with me, hey, I don't run for no smoke. Put it in the comment section. I just said what I just said. I did what I did. Like, comment, hate, and subscribe.